before the game, you talked about wanting to see the aggressiveness and wanting to see the discipline. How do you feel like you guys did in that regard, and specifically the discipline, 80 points overall for them?
Yeah, I mean, it was a stellar defensive performance for our group for 4 quarters. To hold that team to 80 points, 37 from the field, 31 from 3. Those are terrific numbers. 16 to 3 in transition, and to out-rebound them by 16. I think on the season we were 43 and 11 when we out-rebounded our opponent. That's a huge stat for us, and that shows that you're physical. So yeah, it was a great defense, but we're not going to celebrate. We don't get too high after a win, and we're not going to get too low after a loss. We have work to do. There are things that we can be better, but I just gave our Defensive Player of the Game award to the whole team. It was an outstanding week of preparation, work, focus, and they took that into the game tonight and executed it. And proud of all of our guys. And the last message I gave our guys is I'm going to need everybody in that locker room at some point in this postseason, whether it's tonight, this series, and next series, whatever it may be. And DeAndre Jordan, I thought, did a really good job of staying ready and going out there and helping us in the minutes that he played. And that speaks to his veteran leadership and staying ready. So it's a good starting point, but we have much work to do.
Jamal, not necessarily the most efficient night, but the way that he hit the glass, the way that he set people up, what did you think of just overall the way that he contributed, just when the offense wasn't entirely there the whole time?
Well, first off, congratulations to Jamal for being back. You know what I mean? That's 2 postseasons that he did not play. It seems like eons ago when we were in the bubble and he was doing his thing. So that's number one for me. I'm just so thankful that he's back playing. And there were a couple of times early on where he was like, "No, my fault, coach." So don't say my bad. Just keep playing. Play your game. The shots are going to fall. I have no doubt about that. But what you said, Mike, the most important part is maybe not the most efficient, but 8 assists, 1 turnover against a team that thrives on forcing turnovers, and 8 rebounds. And I thought he had some really good defensive possession. So I'm proud of Jamal being back, and I just think as he gets deeper and deeper into the playoffs, he's only going to get better and better.
Coach, you've credited Michael Porter Jr.'s approach before. Jumper wasn't falling in the first half, but still crashing the glass and getting and cutting to the rim. What do you like about what you saw from him tonight? What can you expect from him going forward?
Well, to your point, 7 of 17 from the field, but 4 of 9 from 3, but 11 boards. So what did I like about Michael Porter was just the activity. Crashing the glass, getting offensive rebounds. And one of my favorite plays of the night, and this is where, Michael is getting better on both ends, come down and transition off of a stop, throw the ball to him, KCP wide open in the corner, extra pass, corner 3, and that's when we had a really big run going. So Michael's really maturing on both ends of the floor, but I just loved his activity and his aggression, and that was something we talked a lot about to our team going in, discipline and aggression. I think we had a lot of really good examples this evening.
You have a little bit of an edge to you.
No, come on, man.
What kind of edge does Christian Brown have?
Yeah, he's, it's funny, man. First playoff game for this kid that's been in some big games before. And next thing I know, I look up and him and Kyle Anderson are getting into it. And you talked about spicy before the game. I love it. As long as it's not dirty, as long as it's not, out of line. But, Christian's not going to back down. It's not in his nature. The thing I love about him most, kids, is that everything he does with an attack mindset. Defense, offense, rebounding. And, these minutes for Christian Brown, I don't know how many rookies are playing in the postseason or in the rotation, but, he played almost 20 minutes tonight, and those 20 minutes are so important for his development and maturation.
How important is this kind of defense in terms of, especially on the perimeter, over and over again, as this run continues?
Yeah, that's our challenge. It's what you worry about is tonight was a great starting point, way to open up the series at home. I want to thank our crowd. Just another unbelievable atmosphere in front of our fans. I think the best fans in the NBA. But now making sure that you win a game, don't come up for air. Don't be satisfied. Don't think we figured anything out. Because come Wednesday night, it's going to be a completely different game. They're going to be much better, and we have to be prepared for that. Things went our way tonight. Now the challenge is going to be, can we consistently do the same thing for Game 2 and moving forward after Game 2? And, we set a pretty high bar tonight, and I love that about our team.
Sorry, go ahead.
This challenge puts Aaron Gordon at the center, I think, under the microscope in a lot of ways on both sides of the ball. Just curious what you thought, of his effort tonight, how he stepped up to the challenge.
Yeah, obviously it was unfortunate. He got in foul trouble, in that first half, so that limited his minutes. Obviously, he only played 23 for the game, so obviously moving forward, trying to keep him out of foul trouble will be really important. But, I just want Aaron Gordon to play his game. And I think we all know in this room, when Aaron Gordon is at his best, he is an attack, downhill, attack the rim player, get to the free throw line, and he's also a willing and capable playmaker. So I felt 13 and 5 in 23 minutes, some really good defensive possessions against a guy in Karl Anthony Towns who, him and Edwards are really tough covers. And I felt our whole team was up for that challenge tonight, and it's got to be the same, if not better, moving forward.
You won the fast break point 16-3. They only had 4 attempts. You're also getting into possessions a lot quicker. Was that something that you emphasized during the week, is trying to pick up the pace in terms of starting possessions faster and getting them back on their heels?
Yeah, we don't want to play a half-court game. If you get caught playing half-court, they're long, they're athletic, they thrive on turning teams over. When they get out in transition, that's where they're scariest. Anthony Edwards is top 5 in the NBA in fast break points per game. So the fact that we only had 11 turnovers tonight kind of held them at bay for 12 points. They're used to scoring almost 20 points a night on turnovers. So then even if it wasn't a turnover, especially at home in the altitude, they just played a couple days ago. They traveled here. We have to use the altitude to our advantage. And we're a top 5 running team all year long. And that's something that we feel is part of our identity now. We have to do every night, no matter where we are.
A few games.
Wow, that was crazy. You hear one more, let's get the questions in. All right, who's up?
A few games ago, you had a young lineup with Christian and Peyton. Tonight, you had DeAndre Jordan and Jeff Green, a little bit older combination. What did you think of how they performed?
Oh, I thought every combo, every group that was in there tonight played well, performed well. And, as I said earlier, in the playoffs, you're going to need everybody. Aaron had 2 fouls. I put DJ in at the end of the quarter one time for 30 seconds. I got Aaron right back in the game. DJ went out there and did a good job. In the second half, we had foul trouble. Nicola had foul trouble. Aaron had foul trouble. DJ go out there and play. They had Gobert in. And I think that's a good matchup for us. DJ has proven to be one of our best rebounders. And, he's going to be a presence at the rim. So, Jeff Green, and you can't always judge it by a stat sheet like, oh, Jeff was 0 for 4, 0 for 3. I thought Jeff played really well tonight. And he, like everybody else, fought and competed and was physical out there. So, I thought the old heads and Jeff and DeAndre did a really good job for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.
Ball and Michael Porter in here short.